I think it's safe to say that one of the coolest things anyone ever got to do when they were growing up would be whenever they got to go to a theme park or a amusement park or even a water park. Who am I kidding? They're fun even as adults. Getting that surge of adrenaline when you get to ride a roller coaster at really high speeds, playing different games to try to win prizes, and trying out different snacks. It was awesome. So many years ago when I was little, I was probably about, 10 years old. I was at a sleepover with some friends. One of them brought over their Wii, and we were taking turns playing this game called Thrillville off the rails. And let me just say, it was one of the coolest games I ever played. I had very fond memories of it. It was very fun to play, being able to design my own amusement park, roller coasters, different rides, etc., etc. And so anyway, a few months ago, I was at a retro game store not far from where I live, and I found a copy of Thrillville off the rails on the PS2. I was really excited to play it because, again, growing up, it was one of my favorite games to play, just for the simple fact that I got to design my own amusement park and rides and so on and so forth. While there are some pretty major differences in terms of gameplay between the PS2 version and the Wii version, it's still more or less the same game. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it. You start off by making your own character. You just pick a random avatar, edit them from there, customize their outfit, their look, their name, and you're all set to go from there. After that, you have to go through a series of tutorials that explain the controls and how park management works in the game, but I'm just going to explain it as best as I can as I go along with the review. So anyway, after that, you're greeted to one of many lengthy cutscenes with this scientist guy who basically just explains different aspects of park management and how to unlock different parks. Anyway, moving on. So, when designing a roller coaster in this game, you actually have to be somewhat careful, surprisingly. With that being said, there are a few things you need to be aware of when designing a roller coaster. 1, you need to make sure you have enough money to build a roller coaster. 2, you need to make sure there's enough power to, power the roller coaster. And 3, you need to make sure that it connects at the end of the track. Otherwise, if it doesn't connect, it'll crash, and, guests will be unhappy and they won't want to come back. Also, you have to keep the roller coaster within a certain height limit, which is unfortunate because I like the roller coasters go really high personally. And on the topic of customers in your park being happy, that's another thing that is an absolute must, is making sure your customers are happy. Otherwise, they won't come back and they won't spend more money. So it's important to install things like different restroom stalls, snacks, drinks, drink stalls, merchandise stalls, etc., etc. So the more happy that they are, the more money that they will spend, and the more profit that you have to build more rides and coasters. There's also game stalls that you can put in your park that are basically just mini games like this dogfight, there's mini golf, and there's so much more that you can not only customize, but set prices for as well. Another important thing that I almost forgot to mention about running a park is that you need to train your staff, so you need to train your cheerleaders. Basically, you just follow button prompts, and you also need to train your maintenance staff, which is basically just puzzles and, just cleaning up trash so that they can keep the park running and can keep it looking clean. So as you keep getting money and as you keep training your staff more and more, you get to unlock new areas for your park. You get to unlock new coasters, new games, new add-ons for your coasters, etc., etc. Also, one really weird thing is that for some reason after you buy your first park, robots start invading, and there is a reason why, I just never figure it out because I'm always too busy having fun building roller coasters and having a good time. So as far as those differences that I mentioned at the beginning of the video go, the only major differences between the PS2 version and the Wii version is graphics and how much you can customize a character. That's really it. Other than that, it's a really fun, great game, and it's not only fun just for the simple fact that you get to create your own park and design your own roller coasters and rides and whatnot, but it's a pretty fun management game / simulator. Yeah, it's a really good game, and if you can find a copy of it on any system, definitely give it a try. I'm Cameron Shrudd. Thank you for watching Retro Station.